this much. I don't know how you would feel about it, but we're working on a podcast. We'll be bringing in strictly all women. It'll be me and my new partner. His name is Shane. If you the chat might be available on your thing to pull up the
No.
public chat.
Oh,
You said no?
yes.
Okay. Um, but me and Shane working on doing the doing the podcast strictly for women. That way they can go over, they can talk about the car scene
Well,
in
I love that.
more depth
It sounds great.
and what they go through. So if you want to be a part of it, I would love to have you as a guest to come back on to
Yeah,
the
I would love
podcast.
to.
Okay, you got to set the time up. But let's get started. I don't want to hold you up. I know you got a lot going on. But so today we welcome a new guest, a new story, and a new chapter for the podcast going forward. We have a lot coming and a lot we're working on. But um, I love when new guests come on and tell their story. I love to hear a new perspective, a new opinion. And so I'm going to give the floor to our guest, and then we can get
Oh,
started.
yes. I'm sorry. Give me. Ah, should be fine. Um, all right. I'm ready now. I'm good.
Okay, you can go on and tell them about
Hi
yourself.
guys. My name is Layla. I am 18 years old. I am currently a college athlete. I live in Charlotte, North Carolina. I grew up in Cincinnati. Um, I drive an E46. And I yes, and it was Layla. Um, and yeah, I study business marketing and entrepreneurship. Yeah.
Okay, so before we get started with that, I want to say, what
I
sport do you
play
play?
softball, so yeah, I'm an outfielder and a catcher.
Okay, and how long you been doing that?
Since I was like 4 years old, it's kind of the sport that I kind of joined into really young and just was naturally good at. So stuck with it. Got me to college, paid for college, and now I'm here.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you something on Instagram, but it'll be for later in the
Okay.
podcast. Because what you're doing, we could potentially work out something together if you're interested, but we'll get into it
Okay.
later in the podcast. But first, take us back to growing up in Cincinnati, and
Good.
you're fine. It happens. But we'll pick up.
Um,
If you remember the question, it was tell us about Cincinnati, how you grew up, and then how you got into the car
yeah.
scene or into cars.
Cincinnati was great. I lived with my parents. I have three siblings, and I lived a pretty normal suburban life. Like it wasn't. Neither of my parents were super big into cars, but um my dad like works on cars. He was a truck driver for a really long time, so that's kind of what got me into um learning about how cars work and everything. So that's
Hmm.
um kind of where I picked that up from with my stepdad. Um, Other than that, I mean, I played softball my entire life. The city was amazing. Um, yeah, it's pretty much it. It's a beautiful town, and there's really not much else to it. Growing up was pretty calm.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite car growing up?
My favorite car growing up, so my mom used to have a Teggy, a green metallic Integra, and I loved it. I actually have a picture of it to this day on my fridge because it was beautiful. So I kind of grew up around JDM cars a little bit more.
Okay,
And my mom was kind of into JDM cars in high school and whatnot, but not much with me. She had me really young, so um, she wasn't that into cars. But um, yeah, I remember growing up in her Integra, and it was amazing. I loved that. Um,
Okay,
yeah.
I want to ask then, how did you find a passion for cars?
How did I find my passion for cars? Honestly, it was just kind of like the people that I kind of surrounded myself with. In high school, I all my friends had nice cars, like, they drove nice, loud cars, and I just kinda started hanging around with them, and, they kinda, um we would just talk about cars, and I'd go hang out with them, and that kinda just made me, uh just kinda surrounding myself in that kind of environment kinda just really made me find the passion for it through that, and yeah, just kinda picked it up and jumped into it and went into it.
Okay. And you said your first car was a Lancer.
Yes, my Mitsubishi Lancer. Wonderful car, I loved it. That was the first car, that I ever, got behind the wheel and was like, "This is my car," like, I just connected with it. It was a four-door, not too big, not too small, and, it was such a rally car. I bought the car, in South Dakota, very far away, and it if you don't know much about South Dakota, it's completely flat, and there's lots of dirt back roads, and the Lancer was a rally car, and it just loved the dirt, and um, it loved the back roads, and so getting to drive that car and that being my very first car that was really just mine, um, it was amazing, great experience, and I put a lot of time and money into that car, and, um,
So tell me the moment that you fell in love with it.
that I paired up with it.
That you fell in love with it.
Oh, fell in love with it. Literally, I remember it. I saw it on a Craigslist ad and emailed the guy, and he was like, "I don't wanna deal with it anymore if you come right now. Like, come look at it right now and pay for it, you can have it." I was like, "Okay." Drove an hour for it, and I just saw it, and it was turned on completely, and it had blue, like, interior lights, kinda
Okay.
like city lights, and I just remember being like, "Wow, that could be my car." Like, this is like and I just remember, like, looking at it and just being, like, starstruck by it. I was like, this feels like me, and it looks like something I would drive," and just I bought it instantly. Took it for a quick little test drive, and I bought it. I wanted it.
And how long did you have it?
I had it for up until my senior year, so about a year and a half. For about 6 months of it was in catastrophic transmission failure,
Mm.
and it just sat for a long time, paid way too much money to get it fixed. Um, so didn't have it for a while, and then when I did get it back, totaled it about a month after. Um,
How you totaled it?
I'm sorry?
How you totaled it?
How did I total it? I was driving down the street of my house, literally not even down the street, pulled out and, kept driving, and someone was just stopped, and they were making a turn, and I just clipped the back end of him and swerved into the ditch. It was really
Mm.
sad.
That to lose your first car, your first love like that, that's tough.
Yeah, completely my fault, was not looking, but it definitely stung, definitely hurt a lot. So
So how did you bounce back after that? Like far as looking for your next car.
um, at the time, I'm very grateful for this and very, but the people that I surrounded myself with at that time, were so supportive. Were super supportive of me getting into something a little bit deeper than, what I had at the time. Because I really didn't do too much, done some body work to it, but I hadn't done too much to that car. And everyone would, that I was surrounded with would just, like, give me the stereotypical, "Oh, it's stock. Oh, it's nothing crazy, like, it's a base model, not even lowered." But after that, they kinda, like, were like, "Dang, she lost her car, like, let's get her into something better, something that she will really like." And, so for about I didn't get a new car until about 2 months after, the crash because I was looking around for so long for something to, like, catch my eye again and, like,
Mhm.
something that I wanted to, my next project or something, but I just really didn't know what I wanted it to be, um, and I had a lot of people telling me, like, "You should get this, you should get that," and it just nothing clicked with me until, um, I found the one that I really wanted, but still, the car that came after the Mitsubishi was not a good car, not a good time, not fun.
What car was that?
It was a 328i E93, another base model BMW, well, a base model BMW, and the just oh, horror stories. I have horror stories about that car. It was fun though.
Coolant,
Convertible. Yeah. I'm sorry.
coolant,
I'm sorry.
coolant, a coolant issue.
Lots of coolant issues. The drive shaft exploded, oil leaks, to the most BMW you can have. It was awful. It was terrible.
And you have a E46 now, correct?
Yes, my E46 that I bought after the E93. I had both of them at the same time for a while, and um, the E46 I bought kind of on a whim, kind of not. The E93 wasn't running well, was barely running, and I was like, you know what, I need a better, more reliable car. I'm about to go to school. It was right before college, and I saved up and just bought it, the first one that I could find, because a lot of my friends drive E46s too. That was kind of who I surrounded myself with,
Okay.
was with thinner people. Um, at the time, so they kinda got me into all the E46 things.
So I actually had an E46. It was a '05 E46.
Okay,
It was the four door and it was the 325.
okay.
I will say when I first got it, I'm like, it's a car. But then
Yeah,
the more I started driving it, and then the more I started seeing them everywhere else, I'm like, no, I can do something with this. Like I can actually do something with this car. So then I had it for like a good like year or two. Then when I finally decided on what I was going to do with it, my engine went up.
dang.
So I was just like, damn. I was gonna keep the car and just LS swap it, but I ended up just getting and it didn't work out the way I wanted to, so I ended up just getting rid of it. And that's how I have the car that I have now, which is my Mercedes. But I will say I love that E46. I love that car.
I love mine. I just thought they were cute, didn't really care for them too much, and I actually regretted buying mine for the longest time until I realized, like, "Oh, there's a lot that I can do with this," and, like, there's just so much. I have so many ideas for it and, like, that I can't wait to work on.
And you actually look at it, it kind of comes a little wide body. It has a little wide body to it,
It
factory.
does. I does have a little wide body to it.
Has a little wide body to it, factory. So like that's because I like to you, like I missed that car. Before that car, I had a 535,
Oof.
but the
5
530,
Series. Not
yeah.
much better.
Now I will say I probably got lucky. The only thing that car would do to me that was really weird is I would fill up my gas tank and out of
Click, click, click,
nowhere,
click, 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 click.
all the all the gas would just go out immediately.
Oh,
It did that like 3 times where I had like 147 miles in the tank, and now I'm watching it just drop, drop. dropped. So I gotta go get gas again, and I'm just like, "Okay," but then after that, it didn't do it again, but that was the only problem out of that car I had with it, was that weird gas issue where all the gas just straight disappeared.
Huh.
It was really fucking weird.
The gas guzzlers.
Yeah, it was really weird because I know one day I was almost home, and I had just put gas in it to go home, and I was, like, 30 minutes from my house, and my gas read at 185 miles. So I'm cruising. I look down. I was finna pass a gas station. I looked down at my gas tank and it said 26. And I said, no, ain't ain't no way. So I do admit that was the only problem I had out of that faucet. So other than that, it was solid. I can't sell it that. It was solid. Um, what stands out most driving wise with the E46?
So, the thing about my E46 is that the mine had came with the SMG1, which is the sequential, before the M3 SMG
Mhm.
that came out. So, it's actually been driving that car is I kinda get a little sick of it, a little tired of it, because it's one of the worst transmissions BMW has ever made. Confirmed, we all know this, but mine, like, I don't know, just driving with that trans has been so, like, 50-50 that, like, sometimes I'm really annoyed to go out and drive it because I don't have the luxury of an auto anymore, but I don't have the full manual experience, so that, like, really, really annoys me. So but then half the time I'm like, "This is actually so fun." Like, I love driving the SMG, and I, like no one it always, like, shocks everyone when they get in my car and they're like, "What is that? Like, why does it look like that?" And I'm like, "I don't like, it's just cool." Like, I don't know, it's not hard to drive or anything. Real BMW fans think it's terrible and hate my car for it, but I love it. Like, I just love driving that car. Now I have to say, slowest thing I've ever driven. So slow. But me and my girl, we move to the best of our abilities. But I have to say, the fun does not come from driving fast at all. But another thing that I really like to do, what that I like to that makes me like love driving that car is just how comfy the interior is. Like mine has perfect perfect interior conditions. AC works, like everything is so minty on my E46 that I just got really lucky with how like the driving experience of it is, I think. And
Okay.
that's been so great. Also, I have a custom headliner. It's a zebra print, got the Playboy
Okay.
bunny logo on it too. So I it's just it feels like me. That car just sitting inside that car is just so comfortable. I spend way too much time in it, but I just love driving
So
that car, honestly.
do you plan on keeping it all white?
All white?
Well, it is white currently, right?
It is white, yeah. I didn't know if you said all white. Um, Honestly, I've been thinking about doing something a little different. I'm not sure what, because um, I love that Alpine white. Like, it is just so clean, and when it, like, looks good, it looks good. Um, I don't know, I just kinda wanna do something a little different maybe, kinda keep the white, but I don't think I could ever steer away from the white with that car. It's kind of
Okay.
the car's name is Ghost, so
It fit.
kinda keep his white aesthetic, I fear.
Okay, so now let's switch it. Um, you said you surround yourself with people who has an E46, right? But now I want to know what's something you learned about being around other car people.
So, just being around other car people was kind of I would say I got kind of lucky with my experiences, specifically coming from like a girl in the car community.
Mhm.
It's definitely been more me strictly putting or surrounding myself around other girl car girls
Okay.
specifically, just because I personally haven't had the best experience with some males in the car community, not all, but I do tend to stay closer to um girls just because they're so much more supportive, and I've learned so much about um like how to navigate the car community and like social media, especially through the girls, whereas my more mechanical knowledge does come from um the guys and like mechanics that I do surround myself with. So there's like kind of a difference I say with like who I surround myself with and other car enthusiasts because there's like the social aspect of it and then the actual car
Mhm.
working on car parts.
That's true. So I won't go too deep into it. Like I said, we are setting something up for that.
Yes.
But how do you feel about the car scene in general?
The car scene in general, I would say I personally haven't been in it too long enough to be like, it's terrible, like it's gone
Okay.
downhill because I don't know what that downhill experience looked like for a lot of people. I definitely think that um there's a lot of good people and a lot of bad people that give the car community as bad as of a rep as it does. Um, and I think that's just kind of like who you really do surround yourself with is like
For sure.
determines your experience in the car community. So I've personally had a great experience. I've gone to a lot of meets and a lot of car shows where I've had the great a great time, and then I've had other meets that are not like that, where people do some people just like to hate, and sometimes you just can't be around that. So I choose not to. I don't go to meets by myself. Um, I only go to meets knowing that I have someone that appreciates me and my car. So that usually makes it a little bit better, but I'd
For
I'd
sure.
say it's pretty hit or miss.
Okay. How do you feel about car groups? Would you be a part of one?
Car groups, I would be a part of one. I have a pretty significant um car group, I guess, that I am a part of. It's just girls from around the country that I text on the daily. But locally, probably not just because of how much drama and hate. And I think that's where a lot of the negatives of the car community come from is those car groups because for some reason they just love the drama for no reason. So no, I personally wouldn't join one locally unless it was again with someone that I was decently good with.
Okay. You're not wrong though. Even speaking from experience. So well, I still have it. It's just so I had a car group back in 2023. And when I first was starting to go to like different car meets or trying to figure out who to work with on different car meets, the first thing that always popped up with every car group was drama. It was never like, oh well, no, you do let me that back. You had some groups that had a good name for themselves, right? But then you had majority of them that were just like, oh well, this the owner of that group is this. He got beef with this group, that group. The owner of that group don't talk to that group or that group. So personal experience, yes, car groups does have a lot of drama, and I believe you are again correct when you say that, and that do give the car scene also a that side of it gives the car scene a
Yeah,
bad taste
yeah,
because now you got all that drama within the car scene, and it starts from these car groups and then the individuals in a car group. So it is hard to find, that group that doesn't care for the drama. They leave it. They they don't bring it to nothing they have going on. It is hard to find those kind of car groups. But like I feel like if you do find them kind of car groups, it is dope to be a part of it though. Like,
Yeah. I think it just has to be very, like, it's just some people just can't make it more than the cars, and they like to get way too personal with things, and
mm,
people's feelings get hurt that just don't need to, and I just don't understand why. So I when it comes to, like when it came to me finding, like, my car group, we don't really have, like, a name or anything. Actually, we do. But, uh, so now that I think about it, I guess it is a car group, but, like, if we just talk on more of, like, a social level like you would with friends. Like, these are the people that you want to spend time with and, like, want to
mm.
be around. Those are your friends first. Like, it's more than just the cars. Um, and some people just can't be happy with what they have. So,
You're not lying about that one either. And I feel even though my car group started with mainly just cars, it was also people who knew each other first, kind of sort of, who just
yeah,
had cars. And that's how we got started. But the one thing with my group I always tried to do was make everybody feel that they had the right to have an opinion. They had the right to voice their opinion, and what they said within a group mattered.
yeah,
So it wasn't like I was just like, well, no, we're not doing that. So that's the end of it. No, like we all had the choice to speak up about it, and then we, like you said, a car group does have to be more than just cars. Though it has to feel like a family unit to where like you can actually talk to each other without it being about cars.
yeah.
Like with me and my group, we used to celebrate each other's birthday. We would just hang out and not do things car related. We would just hang out at their house for the weekend, just chill. Then we did the car stuff. But other than that, it was, I mean, cars is what brought us together. But then just us being together was what made the group actually like way
Yes.
better. So
Exactly, well said, and, like, that's the point of it all, and I think with just how people can be, I think car groups specifically should be more towards bringing people together than what kinda car you have, and I think that's the biggest problem with car groups.
so I'm not gonna name drop. That's one thing I'm not gonna do. But um I will say I had a friend named Juice. And when he had an 86 at one point. It was two tone. Well, you can say two tone. It was like a sky blue almost. One color, one side was sky blue, the other color was black. But then you had white on the sky blue. You had black on the sky blue part, and then white on the black part. But
Okay.
the way he did though was real nice. So we kept seeing his car at car meets, but we never seen who drove it until one night he was standing by it and we was by our cars. We went to talk to him about being in our group. Now it was a bigger group that he was trying to be a part of for a long time, but the requirements to be in the group was just wicked. So, like I say, I'm not gonna name drop, but one requirement was he had to stay in Georgia for almost 2 to 3 years. He couldn't move. If he wanted to move somewhere, he couldn't if he was a part of the car group. He couldn't have his own personal photographer. It had to be the car group photographer. Um, he had to make it to at least two meets monthly, or he was kicked out. Um, he couldn't put anything livery wise on his car if it wasn't the group livery. So if you want to do a rap of like anything that's not the group, they basically was like, don't put it on your car. So yeah, um, we heard that, and I was just like, I'm like, no,
No, no,
no,
like, that's crazy. That's not what this is about. Like,
not at all. So like I told him, because Juice was a part of like a couple different groups before he actually came to the group that we had. But I didn't mind that. Like, I'm like, well, if you're a part of our group, I don't want you to feel like, oh, it's a cult. Like, you have to just be in my group. You can't be in no other
Yeah.
group. No, I'm like, if you want to, because so at that time, I stayed in Jacksonville and he stayed in Georgia. So we was like an hour and a half, not even, I want to say like an hour at most away from each other. But he worked with other groups in Georgia. So I'm like, I don't want to bring you into my group and then cancel everything you're doing with other groups. I don't want no, because I would if we could, you could make us work together. So I can collab with that group and then we could collab with the other groups and then make more friends in the space rather than being like,
Yes.
oh well, you with that group, so now like we're not doing that. So I told him, bro, it ain't no requirements. I'm like, your car is nice, but we're not really focused on the car. We're more focused on the personality. And if you got a great personality and you got a good car, that's cool. But if you got a great personality and the car wasn't like car scene standard, we still was like, nah, like you can still come to the group because it
No,
was
yeah,
it
you're
was truly
still
more about
welcome.
cars. Yeah.
That's kind of how it is for my group too, is literally it's tell us about yourself, like, you don't be an asshole and talk about cars with us, like, it's that simple. We all have a
It
common
is.
interest, like, let's just talk about it, let's just be friends, like, let's just meet people and, like, that's pretty much it, like, that's all it should be. It doesn't need to be a fight, a battle, or war, like, it doesn't need to be
It
that.
does. It really doesn't. And I think again, like you said, when you get into a certain group or when you get into certain car groups, you feel like you are now held to a certain standard. So you might look down on other groups or other cars because, oh well, in my group we got this or we got that or we got this. So again, I feel like once you do get into the car group side of the car scene, you do start to put a standard on your car versus who you seen around versus who you do photo shoots with. Like it starts
Yeah.
to become more something that you really wasn't before you got into the car scene.
Yeah. I would definitely say that that's definitely real. I mean, like, kinda just being around, um, other E46 people and, like, comparison you're gonna compare your cars next to others, like, who you take
Hmm.
pictures to, and I think, um, there's 2 sides of that, though. 1, comparison is the biggest killer of happiness. We should all be happy with what we have. We worked hard to get it. Like, I'm proud of what I have. It may not be the stanciest thing in the world, but I'm proud of it. I like the way it looks. Um, and you just kind of have to love what you have. The other
Hmm.
side of that is that you're getting to see all these other builds and things that like you're looking at and you're like, that's sick. Like I want that for mine too. Like, and
Correct.
so I think some people don't see that, but comparison can either push you to, like, make your car better and, like, make it to more what you like. I oh, sorry, words just disappeared from me for a second. I'm hesitant to say that, um, you should, like the thought's gone, I don't know where it went. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I thought it was gone.
Going back to something I said earlier. Now I will say this much: being in the car scene and being an enthusiast about cars, we all do set a certain standard for even ourselves in our car. So I will just being just being honest. If it's a car I don't really like or it don't really fit the narrative or it don't really okay, just I have to be honest. That's what it's all about. If the car isn't to standard, I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't want it next to me in a photo only because I would hold my car and myself to a certain standard that I'll be like, if your bring that same standard to me because I'm pretty sure the next person, if they see my car that's not to their standard, they may have the same kind of opinion. So I would understand it. And then just be honest, if your car just if it's just not there, um, then I get that. Um, I get that point because it's just like we all trying to find the words for it, but it is kind of hard
I
to put
know.
it. Yeah,
Yeah. We're on the same page though. I think I never want someone to ever like come to a meet or anything that their car isn't up to standard and then they feel like they just can't be a part of it anymore. And that's kind of where mine um like hesitancy to be like that. So,
mhm,
cuz I know my car is not up to any great standards, but
mine
I
neither.
still want to be involved in things. So, yeah. There's a balance. There's a balance.
Definitely. Because like right now, my car is black, dude, is all black. Um, okay, real quick, Shane, you still in the chat, and Richard is also in the chat. So Shane and Richard, we can actually converse. Um, Shane Richard is the new member of our team that I was telling you about.
Yes.
So I just wanted to just put that out there real quick because Richard and Shane is in the chat together. So it would be nice for them to actually get to know each other because we're working. So Shane, okay, it's off topic, but Shane is the first partner that I heard about the pod that I'm working with on the podcast with,
Okay.
and Richard is the second partner that I'll be
Okay.
bringing on to the podcast. And what I sent you on Instagram, I'll still get into it a little after we finish this conversation.
Okay.
And I will just throw it out there since I'm already talking about it. We are building a team for the podcast.
Oh,
So if it is something you're interested in, we can talk about it off the podcast. But I'm just throwing it out there. Um, but I am trying to build a team for the podcast going forward. So if it is something you're interested in, just let me know, and then
yeah, I would love
we
to
can
talk
talk
to you
about it.
about this. I would love to.
Okay. So um, I do want to ask one question though.
Yeah.
So being in the car scene, what was your hardest moment you had to face because you're a female?
So, honestly, the hardest thing that I had to face after, well, being in the car community as a female was kind of being very conscious of who you romantically put yourself around in the car scene. And I quickly learned that dating in the car scene is not for me. A lot of backlash comes with that. A lot of sides get chosen when things happen, and sometimes car people, when bad things happen, they just really don't end well. So that was kind of my hardest thing, was learning um, that it's okay not to date people because of an interest. I really thought that I would like to date a car guy, and I still do think I want to be with a car guy kind of thing, but um my experiences in it right now as a female, that's just not the greatest. Another thing being a female is just the accusations that you get with owning something in a male dominated field, is that um you're just either OnlyFans star, something, you're selling your body. Like, that is the immediate accusation in the car scene, specifically from guys. And that's just not the case at all. And definitely very hard for a lot of females. And my car group talks about it a lot, how we have to separate ourselves from our feminine side sometimes because we don't want to be seen like that. That we are, our cars are just our bodies as well. So that's definitely been kind of hard for me. Because I am a very feminine, very outgoing person, but I don't want that to reflect on my car, I
Mhm.
guess. Not I personally don't understand the connection, but it really is just the way it is.
So I would go into detail with that, but I'm not.
Save it.
I'm definitely going to save that because, yeah, and to be honest, if you do have some of your car girls in your group that will be like to come on the podcast for just that
Yeah.
conversation, we would truly love that because
Oh,
what
yeah.
we're trying to do is, like I told Shane, I do want females to be a part of this podcast team because it brings diversity. Also, it brings creativity. Also, it brings security. Also, it brings enjoyment. It sparks a passion for them. And then going forward, I'm gonna stop saying I. We, everybody who are on this podcast, we just want the females to know that we support y'all. We have y'all back. We don't. We're not judging how you got your car, where you got it from, what you did to get it. The biggest thing is you have it. You're doing something with it. You're putting yourself out there in the car scene, and you're making your passion become something for you that you can make bigger for yourself. So, and I am very advocate for women being in the car scene. Shane is as well. So is Richard because we see this. We just see the potential in it. And like I said, I've seen some females build way better cars than some men. I've seen some females
Yes.
with way more knowledge than some men. So that is something that
Yes.
we're
And
working on really hard.
that's the first step to getting the stereotype out of there is to advocate for them, and it's the best thing you can do. We appreciate
I
it.
I even started. Well, I started it, but took myself out of it. I started a group chat through my podcast for all the women that come on the podcast. So my dad that the first guest, TK, she's the admin of it. But I did start a group chat for women that come on the podcast just for that security type deal. Because anybody who come on this podcast is now family. I tell that to everybody. If you need me, need somebody to talk to, or if you just need a vent, my DMs is always open. I'm always there for you. I'm always there for you. So that's just what we working on going forward. And I would love to have some women on our team
Yes.
to also push out that mission.
Yes. That sounds
So
amazing. I will definitely mention it. I would love to see some of my girls on this podcast coming up. Love
that
to
would be
see
dope.
more of them. So,
That would definitely be dope because, like I say, I know for sure. Let me be quick. That's a very solid point, Shane. That's a very solid point. Shane said there's a lot of girls that feel like they don't get a chance to be able to be themselves in the car scene because of the stigma. I feel like every woman should be allowed to be themselves. Agree with that too. He said I want to say he said my little girl is into cars and has her first car show or a sister. I want to say sister. Shane, correct me if I'm wrong, bro. It should. I want to say his little sister. Um, and he said it's challenges that you gonna run into, and it definitely is. But I'm just talk about it now. And then no, I'm still gonna wait. I'm still gonna wait on that topic. Um, okay, now give me your most positive experience being a female in a car scene.
my best positive experience being, um, hmm, gotta think a little bit. Specifically towards me being a female because it's a little bit harder. Um, Probably just how truly supportive other car girls are is probably the best experience that I've had. Meeting all the other females and knowing that there's other girls just like me who are interested um in the same things and we're all getting the same backlash on it is such like a unreal experience getting to feel that with all my girls and everything and then just being able to honestly just overall like I've even met some guys that are just so supportive and like genuinely do want to help and I think I just might have been lucky with who I got surrounded with, but they like it's just been a great experience trying to like learn everything and everyone being just so supportive.
Yes, and
So,
that's what it's really about, to be honest. Um,
mm,
and you will hope everybody gets that in the car scene, only because
yes.
you can see the potential the car scene definitely has. So when somebody
The
come
more
to the car
people in
scene,
it means the more
yep,
builds there are to see. Like that's really what it is, and everyone should just be sharing ideas and talking about it. But yeah, and that's been the greatest part. So
for sure, because the car scene has the chance to be one of the biggest things like today's like culture rise because cars are everywhere. You can't go nowhere without
yeah,
one. But the way that people put their own personal touch to it, the way that, we are building these car groups or these car communities, like it could really be something so great for the car scene. But it will be hard to get there because of, you got the egos, you got the pride, you have the ones that don't care about nothing but themselves. So they don't really want to see it grow unless it grows for them.
yeah,
So to get past that will be a challenge, but I feel like if the car scene really bands together, there's nothing bigger than a community that stands together.
yeah.
So for sure, I can see that growing that way. But now, the question of finna ask will lead to everything that I've been holding out on, right? So you already told us you're a college athlete. You are in
Yes,
college for business and marketing.
yes.
So how do cars fit into your big picture going forward?
So the way that cars have kind of always been a part of like my bigger picture is that I very quickly learned that there's a lot of money in cars. There's a lot of opportunities to capitalize on
Mhm.
and it kind of helped getting into cars really kind of shaped what I want to do with my future. And how exactly I want it to play into it fully, I mean, at the basis is like it is gonna be my business. I want to own a wrap shop, a body shop, some sort of automotive shop that is design based. That's kind of where cars have shaped, or how they've shaped what I want to do.
Mhm.
And they brought me to school because that's what I want to learn. I have some automotive selective classes that I chose to better learn about like dealership sales. I worked at Toyota too, so I have a little bit of experience knowing the sales side of it as well.
Mhm.
Um, but there's just so much money in cars and so much opportunity that um, they that's what shaped it. Honestly, was the whole all of it.
Okay. So first, um, I want to say, congrats to you on even getting to this point.
Thank you.
Um, I want to say, definitely managing everything right now that you are managing with being a college athlete, with still having to keep up with school and everything else you got going on in life. I know it gets hectic,
Yes.
but the bigger picture that we should all take from this is that if you really want something in life, you definitely can do it. And what you doing it right now is just a testament that we are our biggest downfall sometimes because we get in our own way. But I will say Your greatness is shown in ways that I'm pretty sure even you get surprised by sometimes. But I promise you, the more you go, the more greater it's going to get. So with everything you just said, and this is why I keep mentioning a team, right? What you want to build your own wrap shop, your own body shop. The thing I sent you on Instagram
Yes.
is also something that we're building here, or we're going to build. Um, Once I get
Okay.
my car back up and running and I'm able to go to car meets, I'll start pitching that to investors potentially.
Okay.
And you said you wanted to own a body shop and a wrap shop.
Yes.
It would be really dope to be able to actually bring a person from the podcast and actually put them into that space, give them a
Yeah.
spot at that space. Even and not even on just that topic of the whole resort that we're working on. Um, Going to school for business is something that I always wanted to do, but we got to take accountability. I never just put myself in the spot to actually go to school to do it. I always talked about it, but never did it. So on my part, I failed in that aspect, but I would like to work with people who have that knowledge. That way I can
Yeah.
be better. And the one thing I that stuck out to me most, my homeboy James told me this a long time ago. He said, "E, when you become the smartest person in your group, it's time to change groups." So the one thing I'm learning from my experiences and everything I'm doing, I always try to keep a person who's smarter than me in my circle. Like Shane definitely has more experience in a lot of things that I'm working on. Richard has a lot of experience in things that I'm working on. And you're going to school for business and the other
Yes.
things that you're working on. So truly, if we do actually partner up on this podcast and everything going forward and actually team it together, I now put myself in a spot to generally learn from all three of y'all in ways that we can make each other better in so many different ways in fashion going forward. So, um, like I said, I do want more females to be a part of that. I like to learn from anybody who can teach me something. And like I said, you are studying that right now, so we could
Yeah.
learn a lot from you going forward
Yeah.
about business, about how to conduct ourselves, even marketing. I'm
Oh
not
yeah.
teaching. That's one thing I struggle at. When it comes to creating a good market strategy, oh no, count me out. No, no, I
Going
am.
to school for it right now. I got notebooks on notebooks of that exact question.
I am not good at that. So it's just what I want to do is really everybody who comes on this podcast, everything that this podcast brings going forward, not even for me, just going forward for the community. I want people who help build this a part of every step we take. But that's if they want to take that step with us. So I always offer it, but I do want the people who has made this podcast feel like they have a spot in this community. They feel like I want them to know that they belong. They build it because I don't have anything without the people coming to this podcast. So the one thing that I want to give back to them is everything that we have going forward. I want to give them
Yes.
that's definitely is true. So um, that's just what I've been holding out on is I want to learn from everybody. Truly, I don't care how old you is. I don't care if you can. Not if, because you definitely can. I want to learn. I want to pick apart your brain, see what makes you like that, why you like it, or
Yes.
see why you think that way, or what makes that thought come up. That's what I like to do with people who I work with. So
Yep.
it's just a good experience to have that around you. Like I say, I never like being the smartest in the group because I don't learn anything. I learn nothing. So I want to build with people who's doing more than me. Um, and I'm not trying to compare. I wanted to sound that way. I just know what I'm doing is different from what you're doing or what you've been through. So you can give me the insight. You can be like, E, well, you doing this wrong. Do it this way. And
That's
then,
a beautiful perspective.
so that's what I want going forward for this community is to really work with people, especially if you come onto the podcast, really to, really to let you know that your voice matters. You matter, your story matters, and everything you're doing going forward really matters. And I just want to learn from that going forward.
Love that. I
So,
love the vision, I love the you're already out here doing it, that's the first step, so there's only up from here, and I
sure.
can't wait to see where this goes. I would love to be a part of this.
And we are working. I'm pretty ashamed, like, what the hell he finna say now? We are working on, coming to different cities
Yeah,
and, doing the same thing we're doing now at different cities, or just exploring the culture of different cities and in different states. Like, um, me and Shane typically know how the Florida car scene is,
yeah,
but me, Shane, and Richard are currently working on creating a media team to capture how other cities are, capture their car scene, what makes it like unique in its own way. That's something we're also working on. So going forward, we will be traveling to different states and cities and capturing the car scene. Or if we can't do it, we'll try to put together a team that can do it
yeah.
for us. So that is something that we actually are working on. Oh, by the way, I just thought about it. Shane, I can't create the group chat with me and Richard because again, Instagram saying I don't follow you, so I can't make it. So I think you got to create that one again too, bro. But now I want to ask you some more questions. What do you want personally from your car page going forward?
From my car page? Are we talking, like, social media specifically and everything?
Yeah.
Um, I honestly, like I don't know. I kinda just m made it, built it on a whim. I never
Okay.
really, I just kinda wanted to start showing what I'm doing and, see what's out there, what opportunities come from it. I've met some great people socially, um, and I've gotten a couple sponsorship opportunity ideas and, deals and things. I've gotten some products sent to me already.
Okay, that's
Um,
dope.
so, things like that, I just wanted to keep growing. I kinda just wanna be known as whatever I am in the car community, I guess. I just want people to know who I am and, know that I'm doing something that's worth seeing, and I'm making content for it, and I'm putting myself out there on the internet like that. So, that's really all that I want from it. I'm not looking for, crazy followers and fans or anything, nothing like that. I just wanna be seen. I just want people to know that I'm doing something out here.
Okay. Shane, to be honest, the group chat that me, you, and Richard we making is the group chat that will be for the podcast partners. So that's kind of the start of it. And like I said, we'll talk more in depth. And if you want to be a part of that, then we'll basically add you into that also while Shane makes it. But okay, now I have a question that just popped up. Um, okay. So when you do build a uh influence, right, and you do have the followers, you do have, how can I say this? You have the influence, you have the voice, and then people look up to you, right? What would be your mission statement?
My mission statement? So, I actually have made countless mission statements in my time here. It's literally the number one thing you do as a business, major. Um, Specific, I've never made one for my car or myself, my car personality or anything like that,
Okay.
but I would say my mission statement would probably be my marketing brain wants to come up with something creative, but my business brain wants to just throw it down. It honestly would take me a lot. I'm very particular about what things like that would be. It has to be like the perfect vibe or anything, but so Probably specifically for my car page would and my influence would be, like, bringing people together one wheel at a time or one bolt at a time or something like that. Something that is a little more vague in the sense that I want everyone to be a part of it. I want to build a community through my platform that is for everyone and that doesn't change, that doesn't alter, and then, we're all just here together, twisting bolts and turning ratchets. So,
Definitely. Another thing I'm working on in the meantime, it still take time, but you from Cincinnati? No, where you at for school again?
Charlotte, North Carolina.
So technically speaking, Charlotte, North Carolina, it's like a quote me, it's like a 9-10 hour drive.
I travel lots. I travel
Okay.
so much for so
Um,
many things too.
what I would like to do is find a spot somewhere about 8 hours. Oh, that's cool then. Um, what I what I want to do is try to find a spot and to create the starting point for everything for the podcast. It could be like a
Yeah,
barn area. It could be like an office area. But just find a spot between the partners of the podcast that we can meet up maybe like 4 months, 5 months, just meet up all together in one
yeah,
spot and then just really talk about what direction to take the podcast in. Not even the podcast, but just to take the community in, what direction for content, what direction to bring people in. If it's not the podcast, how to still bring them into the community. That's also something that I like to do. Then it gives us the chance to network, make content for all of us, and give us that chance to really just like experience, like, or just show a true building experience of the car scene and like what
yeah.
it can be going forward and like what it could be. So that is something I'm also working on doing. And I have a lot of, you know what, I have a lot of ideas that I actually want to just like get out and just see. Because when I when I dream or when I have a passion, my dreams are huge. I mean, like huge. And sometimes you'll be like, Eric, like, you know, be realistic, and not like I'm being realistic. Like, if it didn't happen right now, it's because nobody done it yet. But the things that I have or that I want to do going forward, and if we could get them to work, I think for the car scene and just for us in general, the people who are actually like passionate about this and want to make it work, I feel like it'll pop for us in so many good ways.
Yeah. I mean, everything starts with an idea. Literally, you if you have an idea, everyone should just write it down because it's just the start of it. There's so much progress and so much to continue with just one idea that it's been amazing. And networking, even better. So
Oh,
many
for sure.
ideas.
And I will say, like I said, the one thing I will and I have to give credit to is the more people that come on this podcast, the more people that I get to talk to and basically become cool with, make friends with, every single person has literally opened a door for opportunity. Um, and that's why I always say we. I don't say I because truly, I'm gonna say it again. I didn't do this by myself. I maybe started the podcast by myself, but again, you could start something and nobody could come to it. So being the fact that the community has showed up and the fact that it has grown to where it has grown to, um, again, I have to say thank you to literally everybody, you including that, for making the time and then for actually seeing a vision that we could make this into and
Yes.
actually wanting to partner up and actually do things with. I have to take a step back sometimes and really see how blessed I am for the people that I'm meeting every week or every day or and I never take it lightly. Um, like I said, I thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Shane, Richard, everybody in the chat. No, I really appreciate it because looking back on it, when I first started this podcast, I did not think it would be where it's at today. And a lot of people may say 500 followers, not a lot, but imagine all of us in one spot. Imagine all of us coming together on something, and then just just imagine we all going to an event, and it's 500 of us. That is that is an army.
It
That's a
is.
community. So again, I'm just very honored, and I'm just very blessed to just meet new people every day and be able to work with them on something bigger than us. And I love how everybody has the same mindset where we all putting what matters above ourselves in a way. Like everybody is like they're not selfish. They all stand for the bigger picture because in the long term, we all benefit from this. But I don't see people looking at it that way. I see them seeing the opportunity to just be like, it's just an opportunity for everybody to really make something for themselves and for something that's bigger than ourselves. And to truly find them people and find that community and just find that circle in life, that's really one of the hardest things to find.
It is.
And again, I'm just very blessed that this podcast is really bringing them people. And God has given me the opportunity to work with y'all and become friends with y'all and truly make something that can one day be bigger for us going forward. Like, just imagine one day in 4 years' time, we can come back to the 9th of February and be like, damn, no, that one conversation. And now we partnered up. You got your own shop at the resort. And then now as a team, we go into different cities, doing different car meets. People, we bring people together. We're just making something really work for the better of everybody. You
Yeah.
don't get that. You really don't get that. And I'm
Yeah.
just really blessed to be able to have that going forward.
You saw the
So,
vision and you went after it. Props to you, man. Like, you're doing something great here, and I would love to be a part of it, and I hope to it's the whole reason I came on this. I was like, "This could be an opportunity." You never know what could happen, and
no, for sure. And
obviously huh?
that's just, again, I said a lot, actually. I said a lot. Thank you. I'm probably keep saying that. Just thank y'all, really. Because it just really could be something that can change everybody's life. And that's really so I asked you earlier about your mission statement, right? But I never really told my mission statement,
Would love to hear
right?
yours.
So, um, my statement or mission statement is to bring people together day by day. I want to be able to create a community where I'm not the person that's at the top. I want to be the person that's hand in hand with everybody going to the top. So I just want to take people and I want to be able to take that greatness out of somebody and fully explode it. That way they see their true potential within themselves and then they get the confidence to go build anything in life that they want to build. I want to be able to help people see the greatness through all the hard struggles they have in life, through all the tough times, through all the negativity, through all the self doubt. Just my statement is to really bring out the greatness in everybody I come across, I work with, and then it's to really just build a true community going forward. Because I've learned trying to, I had, you could say, three businesses, kind of, sort of, but in each one, I was literally always, not always by myself, I always had somebody right there with me. But as far as a team wise, I never had an actual team. So one of my statements was to build a true team. And we all had the same ambition, the same drive, the same mission to go out there and make it happen for the better of the community rather than ourselves. So just going forward, I just want to build a true community, a true team, and we just literally just take over the road with and all the
Literally.
right ways. So it's definitely an honor to see that happen. And then that was just the one thing me and my grandma always talked about. So to actually see it happen, I don't think y'all actually know what it means to me going forward because she died of cancer before we could even get to build something. But like I said, with everybody that come on this podcast, we we all take something from it. So just
Yeah.
going forward, that is my statement: is to truly bring everybody together into like one spot, and we just kill it.
Yeah, agreed.
And then, so we do ask everybody, give us your top five cars, your top five dream cars.
My top 5 dream cars. Alright. Um, let's see. My top 5, this is in no order because I could truly, truly never pick. Um, a '90s NSX Honda. Oof, that's definitely up there.
I
Um,
said I said the same car.
they're just so, so beautiful, and there's so, so much. I've always been a vet girl. I have always been attracted to vets. C5s are my favorite because I love pop-up headlights, but
Okay,
C6 too.
definitely
Um,
C6.
yeah. I have to go back to my roots with my Evo, an Evo 7 or 8. I'm not a big fan of the 10s, but I would still an Evo. They're so beautiful.
Okay,
Uh, yes, Z06. He knows. Um, the Evo's one of my favorites, honestly. Um, Evo 6. What is that? 3?
yes, three.
Um, let's see. What? What else would I really, really love? Honestly, like, it's honestly my top big 3. Those are the ones I think about the most right now, I'd
Okay,
say. Um, I would love an E36. A nice E36 M3. Very clean, very beautiful. Over but then I feel like I'm cheating on the E46, and I'd be like, but I do. I that's honestly what I think my next car is gonna be, is an
okay.
E36, my next move, so we'll see. Don't quote me on that at all, because that will change literally at any moment. Um, and then I don't know, never really thought too much into it. I'm not too gotta put them on. Yeah. Um, probably like a Miata. I don't know. Probably another favorite just because 'cause they're so cute. I love
I want to get a Miata and put a V8 in it so bad.
see, that's fire. Yeah.
All right. If anybody got questions in the chat, drop them. She can answer them, or if it's like a group question, we can answer it. So, um, let's see. I had my questions written down, but my desk is cluttered, so I don't know where they went. But do you ever see yourself like actually like doing like content, like YouTube Shorts or like
Yeah,
content in that?
yeah. That's honestly, like, something I wanna keep growing. The only reason I don't do anything, like, super crazy with it now is, like, is that I'm still working on, like, my show-worthy car that I think I can truly make content with, so it's kind of, like, where I'm at, is my social medias are me showing the process of me getting there, and then, um, one day I would like to have my own car content. I would love, um yeah, I would love to make content, but gotta build the car first, and so that's what I'm doing.
Um,
Ooh, the GT40 one too. It's a good one too.
because whenever I get my car back, I understand right now it's not like car show worthy, but I do want to start back making car content. I did last year, 2 years ago. Damn, it's been that long. I just actually go out and like vlog and make content,
Yes.
and I will say like I miss it. It was fun. Like Like I said, my car is not the paint on it messed up, and I get the paint fixed. But other than that, it's just the paint I get fixed. Like I get it paint corrected. But I feel like, and the one thing I will say, even though you don't have the show car yet, I feel like people would like the content more if you started with where you're at now, then built up to the car show
Yeah.
point, because then you basically bring them along for that entire journey. So
Yeah. Yeah, you're
like
right.
they grow with you. So just in my opinion, I feel like if you was to start the content, I think that was a good spot to start, where you can actually build with your community from literally start to finish.
Yeah. I will consider it. I haven't actually touched my car in probably 2 months right now. It's parked up for the winter, so I cannot wait to pull that baby out of the storage unit and really get to work on it, but
That's the best thing about Florida.
ah,
Best thing about Florida, we do not have that season.
yep, I go off seasons.
That's the
Document
one
accurate.
thing about Florida I hate. I mean, not hate. Florida, Florida weather definitely is bipolar. Like it could be raining one day and then in 2 minutes it stop raining, then it's raining again. But as far as like the weather for like, I feel like Florida is like the best spot for like car content because you truly have the great weather all year long. That's one thing we got blessed with was that. But if we don't have any questions, or you have any questions you want to ask me before we actually get to the very last question?
Um, I don't think so. I think it's been great. It's been great opportunity, great time.
Okay, well, if the chat do pop up with questions, then I answer it. But the last question I ask every guest that comes to the podcast is, if you could put a message on the billboard for the car scene, what would it be?
Um, for the car scene or, like, as they're the audience, or I'm trying to, like, wait, who's the audience here? Hold on.
The car scene's audience.
Car scene's the audience.
Hmm.
Um, if I had to say one thing to put on a billboard, it would just be fucking nice and happy. Like, that is bare minimum. Like, I don't know why. Ah, irks me, but I'll leave it at that. Won't go too deep.
Okay, again, thank you for going on to the podcast,
Thank
and
you for having me.
of course,
Wonderful. It's
going
great to meet
forward,
you.
it
Yeah.
seems like we're going to have a lot to do together, a lot to work on together. So, looking forward to that. Uh, I'm glad the team is growing. It's an honor to have that team grow from one person now to three. It's an honor to have all of y'all in that circle. So, um, just know day in day out, I'm giving it my all, and I don't expect to stay in contact every day. I don't expect to, but I am still grateful and blessed to have this opportunity come forward, going forward.
Mhm.
So, again, I thank you
Yes.
for your time. Thank you for being a part of the podcast, and thank you for sharing your opinion and your journey with us. We look forward to working with you. Shane already started the group chat, so if you want Shane, you can just you can add into it, and then we can talk more in there amongst each other, and we can
Yes.
just go from there. But thank you all for coming out. Thank you all for being a part of it. Thank you for talking in the chat. Thank you for being a great guest.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you for having me. This has been so fun, so great. I can't wait to see what comes out of this. I'm so happy. So
for
happy.
sure. And if you can, for that special podcast we're working on, if you can get some of your female friends to pop up for it, it'd be dope for sure.
I will ask. I will get someone. Get some
Okay.
girls going.
And then I will let y'all get to y'all night. I have some things to work
Great
on
to meet you
and to go over
guys.
with all of you. So I'll see y'all in the DMs in a little bit. And again, everybody have a great night. Shane, can you post it about your pulse, please? We haven't talked about it since earlier, but I'll text you about it. But just keep me updated with that. But thank you all for coming out. It's been a great podcast. It's been a really, really great podcast. And just remember, at the end of the day, it's your car, it's your story. but this is our community. And by the way, you probably seen it. I actually made it. Not gonna say much about it. I'll drop it in the group chat, but I did make a shirt for that. But again, everybody have a great night, and I thank you all for coming out.
Thank you. Goodbye. Great to meet you guys. Thanks for having me.
Of
Bye.
course. Bye. Do, 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 do.